Hi there. Welcome back to Supercharge Fridays, 214th edition of this live stream that I've been doing since January 2020 on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. How are you doing? Join in Career Happy Hour every Friday at the same time. Brought my tea with me. I really don't need anything else once I've got my tea. I've got my little doggy. She's not been well. Some of you who tuned in last time might remember I had to rush to take her to the veterinarian, and yeah, so she's gonna have to wear this cone for a little while longer. And yeah, so I'm putting on my laptop as well. So I hope you're doing well. If you're catching me live, then tune in, drop in, say hi in the comments. Don't be shy. Is there anything that you need help with? Just, you know, it's a safe space. We don't judge, we don't criticize, we just share lots of career love here. So if you're joining in for the first time, you're like, who the hell is this? What is going on? Welcome, first of all. My name is Sonal Behel. I am a career strategist, a career coach. I used to be in human resources for the better part of 2 decades in India, South America, and Europe. And what I do right now is help people figure out their next steps with change, whatever type of change we're talking about, change in function, change in geography, change in industry, change in role, everything. So if this is your jam, welcome. Happy to have you here, and let's dive right in with questions. And I received a couple, but they were not specifically for today. I get lots of questions in the DMs, and I always tell people, "Hey, welcome. You're welcome to ask me for free advice. This is the best place. If you're not quite sure you want to work with someone, you're testing the waters. Come here, figure this out. Right? Let's figure this out together. If you like my style, we can work together in the future. And if you don't, I still want you to get value from the time that we have together. So I know there's always a bit of a delay between going live and the signal sort of reaching everybody's devices. Can you just tell me very quickly that you can hear me and see me properly? Because I had a weird, embarrassing thing yesterday. I left like a 2 minute voice note for someone, a voice message, and I didn't realize my Bluetooth was on, and it sounded, oh my gosh, it sounded awful. It sounded like I was a kilometer away and very, very poor quality. So just let me know if the audio is like audible. The audio is audible. What are you saying, Sonal? Yeah. Am I audible? Am I clear as can be? Could you just, even a thumbs up in the comments will be good, right? I can see a thumbs up. Okay. Thank you for that, whoever did that. So let us dive right in. I can already see questions coming in, which is amazing, amazing. So let us get right into it. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Good morning, good afternoon. It's afternoon for those of us in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Morning for those in the US and Canada and South America. I love this. And of course, it's evening in Asia, Southeast Asia, and probably night in Australia. First of all, before we get into questions, cheers, cheers, cheers. Mm, a nice cup of tea or coffee. It's like a hug from the inside. Hi, Sampada. Welcome. I will get into your questions right away. Thank you, G, for being here. You are so amazing. Good morning, Margaret. I haven't seen your name before. Welcome to Supercharge Fridays. Could you let me know in the comments where in the US are you tuning in from? Audible. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate this. Perfect. Tell me which city you're tuning in from. G said she's in Texas, and specifically, I think, what is that place called? G. You every time you write it and I forget. San. what? What? It's not Sacramento. Sacramento's in California. I know that much. San. Remo. No. Tell me what city you're in. I always forget. How can I forget that? All right, perfect. Quick hi from Finland is in the house. Hi, Dimitra. You can hear me as well. Ooh, look at that. What a question you've brought in. Oh my God, we are bringing in the big guns today. Dimitra, tell me where you're tuning in from. Not that it matters with your question. I just like to know because I'm a greedy gump and I'm a curious person. So let us get right into it. First things first. Okay, first things first. Let me just see that I'm not missing. Sometimes, there's weird stuff that's going on and LinkedIn doesn't show me all the comments, and that it becomes embarrassing because there's so many people who ask questions and then I'm like, I didn't see it. And then I feel terrible because these people give their time, and the least I can do is value the time, right? So I'm just making sure that the tech, yeah, it's acting up again. I don't see the comments. Not always. Weird. Totally weird. Doesn't matter. Sampata, you are the first one to ask your question. Lovely. I love this. Hey, I want to ask, how do you choose between a career in marketing and HR? It is such a personal decision, Sampata. Should I choose A or should I choose B? Could you tell me more? Are you at the start of your career? Are you in the middle of your career? I'm guessing if you're asking this type of question, you might be at the start of your career, right? If that is the case, what are you leaning more towards? I'm not going to tell you to choose A or B, marketing or HR. It is not my decision, and the criteria I use are not going to help you. What do you want to do? Could you reply in the comments? Which one are you leaning more towards and why? Okay, let's have a kind of live coaching session and get this out of you. And remember, there's no wrong answer here. There's no wrong answer. That's the beauty of this question. Which one are you leaning more towards? All right. Best place for happy hour. I love that. Okay. Oh gosh. Gee, where are you? North Dallas. Oh, Frisco. Wasn't it Frisco or Frisco or something? Frisco. Oh, there we are. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I totally love that. Totally love that. All right. Relocated to KS. I've been down a live a couple of times before. Oh, okay, awesome. If you've already told me where you are and I don't remember, I apologize. That is possible. When you say KS, what is that? Is that Kansas? Okay, because the abbreviations are probably known in the US, but maybe not outside. I'm guessing KS is Kansas. No, it's not Kansas. It's not Arkansas. Sampada, I'm going to wait for you to reply to that. All right? Okay. Dimitra. Dimitra. Where are you tuning in from? What a question. Kansas. Okay. Dimitra, did you already get back to me where you're tuning in from? How do you combat age racism? So you're not only asking about ageism, are you also, can you tell me more in the comments, please? Are you talking about ageism? Are you talking about racism? Or are you talking about both? Because if you're talking about both, that's a doozy. That's a big one. We can definitely talk about it. We can definitely share perspectives. If you're talking about ageism alone, and if you're talking about racism, listen, I have a very radical view of thinking about these things. And I think every country, every culture has an ugly past when it comes to racism. I think in the US, there is more, like, people talk more about it. In other countries, not so much, right? And it also shows up with its distant cousin, colorism. Okay. Where I come from, people who are lighter in skin tone are perceived in a better way, in a better light, pun intended, right? So the way I look at it, I don't, I don't know. I feel like you can't do anything about it. The race you are is the race you are. You know, I can't change that. I can't change how old I am, and I can't change my race. So when you come across racism, right? Um, I am of the school of thought that it's not my job to educate them, not me alone. Together we can make a difference. Yes, one person can make a difference. I get that. But I don't want to fight it. I don't want to, for example, if I'm interviewing for a role and they are talking to me in spite of the fact that I'm brown, I don't know if I want to work there. I don't want to go where I'm, who said this? A very famous lady said this. A black lady in the US said this. I don't remember her name. She said, I want you to go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. If you feel like you're being tolerated because of the way you look or the age that you are, I mean, I'm 45 and I still see my friends, my closest of friends, never talk about their age and they hide that. I am completely of a different viewpoint here. So I don't know if this helps you, because my viewpoint is, what a privilege to grow old. What a privilege. I know many people, and I know you know many people who didn't get to be the age that you are today. I love celebrating that. I talk about my age It's part of who I am. It's part of what makes me awesome. Am I competing with a 22-year-old? Never. I have things the 22-year-old doesn't have. A 22-year-old has things that I don't have. That's okay. That's okay. I don't want to. So, the word that I want to highlight is combat. I want to be aware when racism exists, when ageism exists. Okay? I can't do anything about it. It's personally not my job to educate them. I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, and they are not paying me to educate them. If they pay me, I'll educate them. I'll talk about the history. But there are people who are experts in that. That's their job to do it. Your job is to go and pay attention, and pay attention to the orange flags and the red flags when they come up in interviews, because in interviews is when people are supposed to be in their best behavior. But if you're already seeing nonsense crap behavior, be careful. It doesn't matter if you don't have a job. Do not say yes to something. What is that expression? Do not drink poison just because you're thirsty. Okay, not sure if this is kind of where you were going with. I don't know if this is helping you, but I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking, and thank you for tolerating my, you know, TED talk. So, okay, all right. Hey, Shankar. Um, I always get this question from the recruiter: why are you switching frequently? Is there any time limit or number of from one job to another job? Okay. Shankar, I think that the concept of job hopping is becoming more common now compared to 10 years or 20 years ago. Okay. Having said that, there are certain industries it's understood more, for example, in tech, right? Having said that, I do want you to have a narrative ready. I do want you to have a story. I'm not going to tell you, say this, why you left here, and say this, because I don't know that. And honestly, that's not the point here. But you need to have a story ready, and do not lie. Okay? At the same time, do not tell the whole truth either. They're not your friends. Okay? If your boss was an ass, if your money was peanuts that you were earning and you went somewhere to earn better, I get that. So focus on, I'm not going to say lie, but focus on one of the truths. One of the truths could be the learning. The learning was limited, the growth was limited. Focus on those type of things. I don't know about any time limit. If you're in a place where it's not working, it's not working. Do not stay somewhere. I know people who stay somewhere for 1 year because they didn't want to come across as job hoppers, but in the meantime, their mental health went to the toilet, down the toilet. It's not worth it. People will disagree with me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I have quit roles when I didn't have something in hand. But I also come from privilege when I say that, because I had a financial cushion. So you need to decide that. But have your story ready, practice it in front of the computer, practice it in front of a camera, practice it in front of the mirror, that you sound confident when you say this. It's sometimes not even about what you say in that interview to the recruiter, who's looking like, a little bit like combative when they ask you this question. It's also how you say it. Very important. And that matters a lot. All right. Just want to make sure, what is going on here? Am I missing any questions? Okay. No, all good. Hi, Varsha. How's it going? Varsha, before I continue, there is another perspective that I want to share related to what I was talking about before. If you guys don't follow, if you don't know who Stefano is the comment that I have highlighted on my screen. Stefano Di Lolo is an amazing, amazing guy who lives in Montreal, in Canada. I've had him on Supercharged Fridays like 2 or 3 times. Stefano, what is it, 2 or 3 times? And he's been on the podcast. Such a gem of a person. If you do not follow him, what are you doing? Go and follow him. Okay. Stefano has a perspective to share. There's a paradox when it comes to age discrimination. On one hand, older individuals can face negative impacts, being perceived as too old, but there's also the C suite. You're expected to be of a certain age. It is a paradox. And I think the reverse age discrimination is when people are told you're too young, right? Just like, what is the right age then? 30, 35, 29? What is it? Because it doesn't exist. So that's a very good point. It's a very good point. Show your age. Yeah, it's just simple math. And I don't know, G, I do not like this advice, and I see this advice a lot from resume writers in the United States, where they say don't write the age, don't write your age is not relevant anyway, but don't write your graduation year, and only write your 15 years, the last 15 years of experience. The rest is not relevant. I'm like, no, dude, you were in the military in the 90s, and we're not going to talk about that. What a disservice, right? And if you don't if you don't write your graduation year, that also, I think, can work against you, because people will read it and say, oh, that guy has something to hide. So yeah, very good comments here on job hopping. There are reasons people are becoming more receptive. Very good advice here. So definitely follow G. G, you're supposed to come back on my LinkedIn Live. When are you coming back? We talked about it. You owe me a reply, lady. Okay, we need to talk. We need to talk about that. Why hide it? Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Thank you, Stefano, for sharing that as well, and G as well. Hey, Sampada, HR involves dealing with people, but so does marketing. I don't understand when people say, yeah, I like talking to people, I like dealing with people. The only jobs that don't require that are what? Like, you deal with monkeys or what? Every job deals with people. Even that person who you think is a single individual contributor analyst, they also have to deal with people. For sure, for sure. HR may be a little bit more, internal customer centric. I'm passionate about DEI, talent acquisition, consumer psychology, all of it. But, pick one, Sampada. You are not a tree. Pick one. You can always move. You can always move. Only trees are fixed. You're not a tree. You're not fixed. You can go from A to B. Decide one and go all in. Okay? Because I can guarantee you're asking a complete stranger on the internet live what you think you should do. I can guarantee you already know the answer, but you were looking for some validation somewhere. Don't do that. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Okay? Okay. All right. Probably gonna have the last question now because I don't see too many questions. Why has LinkedIn stopped showing comments? Very bad, LinkedIn. Why are you guys so naughty? Because I am making sure that. Hi, Della Henry. Della, I am not ignoring you. I'm just kind of checking why this is happening. And why I'm not able to see comments on LinkedIn. So I'm going to figure that out in just a second. Thank you for bearing with me while I do that. I love that, Megan. I love that I was able to help you without even realizing. But share what you had in mind. I might be able to, we might be able to take it a little deeper. Christine is in the house. New York City. How is New York City? How are you doing, Christine? Hey, Della. So that's what I'm trying to do. Della's comment is not visible on the LinkedIn on my laptop, but it's visible only here. Okay. Enough with the tech drama, Sonal. Head back in the game. Head back in the game. Okay. First time here. Welcome. Welcome. I'm a nonprofit executive looking for a new position. Tell me more, Della. Tell me more. How can we help? You're looking for a new position in nonprofit? Are you looking for a new position in the private sector? Tell us more. Give us more information so we can help you. This is kind of limited in my understanding, and I don't want to be giving you some half-baked answer right here. Oh, you kidding me, Dimitra? Are you kidding me? I went for 10 minutes on my high horse talking about it. It was a mini TED talk, my dear. Go back and watch the replay. No problem. Go back and watch the replay. And when you watch the replay, share your comments because I'm going to be able to see them later. So don't worry. It happens. Internet sucks. You can have the most. I have the most expensive internet in Belgium, and it still completely, cheats on me. Yeah, and LinkedIn notifications is hilarious. It's definitely hilarious. Della, I will. It's a long story. No problem. Della, I want to guess. Okay, I'm guessing that your question is to do with change, career change. I used to be a nonprofit, and I want to do something else. I'm guessing the something else is not exactly nonprofit. Okay, so send me a message because I have lots and lots of free resources on my YouTube channel, but I have one particular video that I think will help you. Okay, it's a video. I also have a podcast, but a podcast episode. But if you can send me a message on LinkedIn, like either a connection request with "Hey, I saw you on Supercharge Fridays today." Just some sort of context would help me. And I'll send that video over to you because I have a feeling that video will give you some clarity even about the type of question you should be asking. Because right now, it can feel a little bit like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Where do I start? It's a little overwhelming. What am I even asking? I don't even know what I'm asking. I get that actually really well. So I'm guessing that it's related to career change, moving from industry A to industry B or function A to function B. So send that over to me and I will connect. I will um, either put it in the comments right here for everyone else to see or send it to you in your message, whatever. I have to just be reminded because this is not my full-time job. I do this once a week and then I'm gonna get to doing other things. All right, folks, I think that's about it. Dimitra, definitely catch the replay, my dear. So I look forward to sort of helping you out there. And I'm just checking my messages. I think this is it in terms of the questions for this week. So yeah, I also wanted to say that a little plug here. I updated my website a little bit. So I have now all the information about what I do, who do I help, how do I do it, all the services, all there on the website. If you go to my website and if you go to work with me, I'm one of those people that puts all the prices down because I don't want there to be like it shouldn't feel like, oh my God, like what is the word? Um, what's that word? Clickbait. Bring people on a call. I've never been that person, but everything is there. And I also wanted to say that I'm currently getting some interest from people, but not a confirmation, but there is interest in another group coaching cohort. So if you are actively in job search mode and you need a little bit of support, right? You need accountability, you need materials, you need learning, you need discipline, all of that. You need someone to look at your resume, your LinkedIn, your interviewing skills, salary negotiation, all the juicy stuff, all the good stuff. Then check out on my website. Okay, if you go to superchargeyourself.com/job search system, if I get enough interest from 5 people, I will begin another cohort. And I make sure the timings are suitable because people are from around the world. And it's a 12-week job search program. 12 weeks. And we meet 24 times. We meet 2 times a week. So it's for people who are committed to making the change needed. If this is you, check that out. And there's also a way to meet me so that we can see if this is actually going to help you or not. Is this a good program, a good fit for you or not? Let me know about that. And of course, in the meantime, take advantage. I have so many free resources, so much on my YouTube. I have even organized playlists and podcasts with people from, I don't know, Netflix, Disney, Apple, Adidas, Nike, amazing people. And I literally, the name of my podcast is How I Got Hired. So you can imagine the kind of questions I'm asking them. How did you get hired? How did you get this job? And I've interviewed like the editor in chief at Entrepreneur Media, Jason Pfeiffer. I've interviewed the LinkedIn editor in chief, Daniel Roth. So many cool people, authors, entrepreneurs, corporate partners, all of that stuff. All right. I think that was a good plug. That was a good, juicy plug. I don't think I missed anything. And the reason I was doing that plug is because I thought there were no questions. So, hey, thank you, Stefano, for being here. Appreciate it. Hello. What do I call you? Do I call you Chan? Is that rude? Is that your last name? Hong Kong. Lovely. Hey, good evening. Thank you for being here. I got an offer. Congratulations. But whenever I see I got an offer, but first of all, accept the congratulations. Okay, it's a good thing. Remember, it's a good problem. Whatever you're going to say to me, I haven't read it yet, but remember, whatever you're going to say is a good problem to have. Let's remember to be grateful first. Gratitude, attitude of gratitude. I got an offer. Full stop. Congratulations, Chan. Thank you, Sonal. All right. So the hiring manager is acting manipulative when I try to negotiate, and I'm thinking about declining any advice. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Can you repeat the website information? Okay. So if you go to my website, superchargeyourself.com/job search system. But it's all, I have other services, it's all there. Just go to superchargeyourself.com. That's my website. It's there on my profile. You can't miss it. And if you see work with me, you'll find all the information. All right. Yes. Okay. When you say acting manipulative, can you tell me more about what that means when I try to negotiate? Um, and, yeah, it's very tricky, because he or she is going to be your boss. It's not like you can ignore them. Like when I join the company, things will change. No, it won't. He or she will still be your boss, right? Trust your gut here. Whatever you want to do, if you're thinking about declining, um, study that behavior. When you say manipulative, I don't know what that means, right? I don't know what that means when someone is being manipulative. Are they trying to hide information from you? Are they lying to you? Are they misleading you? If the answers to any of the above, if the answer is yes, then I think I think you might be doing the right thing. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do here. It's not it's very easy. Okay, he's pretending he's not aware of my background after 2 rounds of interviews. Shaming you? No, come on. Oh my God. What did I just do? I'm like, did you remember? Do you remember South Pacific? Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands right out of. Yeah, what was that song in South Pacific? Did anybody watch that? I'm gonna wash my right out of my hair. I'm washing this. Sorry. Nope. 2 rounds of interviews, not aware of my background. See, some people can also be very forgetful. If you're giving, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving benefit of the doubt. Okay. Some people don't necessarily mean to be manipulative. But trust your gut if this is actually him being manipulative or if he's just being an ass, like forgetful idiot. There's there's a difference. Both are problematic a little bit if you're gonna eventually report to him. Yeah. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I did this in school. I was one of the dancers in the back. Oh my God. I would want to wash that. If it is manipulation and if any of the answers to my questions is a yes, be careful. I'll tell you why. It might be tempting, the money might be tempting, all of that stuff. People say, I don't have a job. It's easy for you to say this, Sonal. You don't have to worry about putting food on the table and taking care of your children and putting them through school. I totally understand that. Okay? You do what you gotta do. Just remember, last thing you want is joining a place like this, which is you're noticing already that it's got poison, traces of poison. And then 2 months later, 3 months later, you're like, your head is in your hands and you're like, what the hell did I do? Where have I come? You know? And then remember the question about job hopping at the very start when we talked about somebody had a question. Yeah, it is not a good look. I'm going to tell you, yes, mental health and all that, but leaving a company in 2 months or 3 months is not a good look. No way, it isn't. People will ask questions and it's their right to ask questions because they'll think you'll do it again. Right? Hey, baby girl. So, yeah, yeah. I do just do what feels right to you. Okay. So, all right, folks. If the group coaching is of any interest, I'm currently looking for 5 people. I have interest, very good, good quality people. I have interest from 3 people. So I'm looking for 2 more. Okay. The moment I reach 5, I'll start a cohort. So do not wait. If you think this is for you, let's have a conversation. Let's see if this is going to help you meet your goals. And if it's not, no problem. if I don't do this new cohort like this, the next one will be in May. If you can wait till May, great. If you can't, get the help you need. Do not wait. So all of the stuff is in there. In the website that I mentioned, superchargeyourself.com/job search system. Do not just sign up to the waitlist. See if this program is interesting to you. I have everything in there, including how long it takes, what is the curriculum, even the price. Last thing I want to do is meet you for 15 minutes and then there's like sticker shock on your face and you're like, oh, I don't know what was like, then do your homework. Okay. Do your homework. I don't want to waste your time. Perfect. Take care. Red flags. You have to tread carefully. You are absolutely right. You are so right. Listen to your heart, man. You do not ignore your gut. Your gut is telling you something for a reason. So absolutely take care. All right, take care of yourself. I gotta run into a meeting. And lovely, thank you to those who joined in for the first time, and to my regulars, as always, such a pleasure. If you got further questions, join me at the same time next Friday on Super Chat Fridays. Till then, take care, have a lovely rest of your Friday and weekend. Bye.